What is it about Christmas parties that they are all almost universally the same? It's like everyone went off the same script and just decided, yep, no, this works. We'll just do this forever. No, I know, it's like everyone falls into their own, like, wee roles that we all saw coming. I mean, there's the person who's had too much to drink. The people from, upper management who are undoubtedly together, what that might say for their partners, who knows, but we're all pretending we can't see it. They are, so look at them. My point exactly. I wouldn't think about it too much if I was honest. What they get up to is not really worth dwelling on. They get paid a lot more than us. It can remain a them problem without, bothering our consciences. But no. Can't decide what's been more fun, watching the inevitable car crashes that are going to be happening. I mean, look at those two. I honestly don't know if they're going to fight or, well, not fight. But admittedly, wandering around the room with you has been substantially more fun. It's true, look at you. Oh, you are working that outfit and then some. It's been almost impossible to tear my eyes away from you all night long. And it's certainly been a lot of fun letting the mind wander. I'm sorry, that isn't even the most debaucherous sentence that's been uttered in the last minute or so. Have you heard those two guys from accounting? Who, by the way, did you know they were together? Because I certainly didn't, but they've had a few glasses of champagne, and that is not a conversation that anyone under the age of 18 should be hearing. I know, they are pretty sweet. I was talking to them earlier on. I think they literally finish each other's sentences. How long have they been together? Oh, that's pretty cool. Nice. Did they meet here, or? Oh, fair enough. But yeah, no. They are definitely up there for one of the couples that we're going to have to be keeping an eye on to make sure they don't disappear off. But then again, maybe we'll be one of those couples. All I'm saying is that you look incredible, and seeing you kind of wandering around in your element, professional you, it's not really something I get to see often, is it? No, and I'm very much enjoying it. Particularly just watching you. It has certainly been a little treat for me this evening. I enjoy watching you. Particularly, talking to people coming up and, brown-nosing and trying to suck up to their boss. It's a lot of fun. Who knew that, it would be a thing for me? I mean, I certainly didn't, but then again, I suppose it's really no surprise. I mean, I picked you as my partner just as you picked me. We all saw things in each other. Well, I have to say, seeing you here and now, dressed as you are, it has been a Christmas delight. No, I know you get dressed up quite often and you always look quite formal for work, but just, I don't know, I've barely been able to keep my hands off you all evening. In my defense, if anyone comes up and says anything, I think I can probably just go, well, have you seen her? I mean, come on. I have managed to pull myself a fox. I am well aware that I am very cheesy, don't you worry, but I will never apologize for that. But no, I'm glad that even between you having to talk to co-workers and me chatting with other people who wandered up, basically just wondering who I am. I know it has been this whole thing. I've been accused of working for various departments, and I use the word accuse very deliberately because they have been accusations. Make no mistake, those people haven't been going, oh, do you work for me? You work for so-and-so, don't you? No. I'm here with my girlfriend. Oh. Well, who are you then? Why is there so much animosity between departments? Why do departments apparently appear to be, at war? Is that generally what just happens in your, business? Does your employer know about this? Are there gangs running the hallways just ties around their heads, all, signaling to each other before ambushing someone from HR. Well, it's nice to know that there aren't gangs, but the fact you didn't say no to the rest of it is slightly worrying. Does each department have their own colours? Have I come dressed in the correct department colours? I wouldn't want any of your colleagues looking at me and going, oh, he's betraying us to, the marketing department. Well, I'm amusing myself, and that's the important thing. It's safe to say I'm definitely enjoying my time here, even if for no other reason than I've just enjoyed looking at you. And I am very much looking forward to the moment where we're more alone. Well, I shall cross my fingers and hope fervently. You have been in vision this whole evening. You have been. You look incredible. And I'll be honest, I'm not the only person who's been looking. It is true, thank you very much. You've been off chatting to people, and there's folk from all over the place who just kind of giving you that little, raised neck, oh, who's that? What's going on there? Oh, no, I know who that is. Oh, that's her other half over there, staring at me. I know, I don't think people realise it's not me staring at them with any, malcontent. It's me going, who are you? Why are you looking? What's going on? And that is unfortunately just my face. That perennial look of irritation and confusion that I wander around this earth in. Well, if anyone asks, you can always explain, then you can have a really fun conversation about what they were doing looking so intently. I wonder what their reply to that would be. That's fair enough, try not to think about it. I suppose, again, you work with all these people, it probably makes a lot more sense not to wonder too hard about some of those things, eh? Aye. Raises a few too many questions and quandaries that we do not particularly want to answer. Especially not this time of night. This champagne is far too good, let's not sully it with asking complicated questions. Not ones that are going to lead us into a quagmire. I have been using my word today calendar, thank you very much. I'm glad you've noticed. But no. The only one I've really been looking at is you. And I will not be apologising for that. I'm fairly certain anyone here has been able to see my intentions written on my face. Well, once we find ourselves alone, I'd be more than happy to explain them in depth, in detail. I mean, it's fun, it passes the time, and just leads to me waiting, wandering. And is that such a bad thing after all? I mean, I really don't think so. I'm glad you don't think so either. I mean, would it really be such a bad thing if we just snuck off somewhere? Nab one of those bottles of champagne, head somewhere quiet. I mean, you've got that fantastic couch in your office. I should know. I've spent many an hour sat on that couch. Well, it's fun that, when you've got the time, I just drop by the office, bring lunch or dinner if you're working late or whatever, and we can have a wee, office picnic. Bring you a little taste of home. Or something particularly tasty if you've had a hard day and I just pick something up. It's the kind of care you deserve. You're an incredible woman and you work unbelievably hard. And it's only fair that, someone supports you with doing it, because you don't have to do it all alone. That's never any fun. So, I like to support you. I like to come with you. I like to keep you company. Like the other week where I just hung out. I read on my phone and you were doing work, but at least there was someone around. We, to fetch coffee, fetch tea, fetch snacks. Act as the gopher. And I am happy to do it. Particularly because then I get things like, tonight, where you are wandering around looking absolutely incredible, and I cannot take my eyes off of you, and frankly, I refuse to even attempt to take my eyes off of you. Oh, it has been somewhat exhilarating all night just to watch you wandering around, and my God, is it fun to watch you walk. Again, that was barely salacious. Right, we should go stand over there next to those two managers and then we can discuss whatever salacious things they're talking about. Because believe me, you never discuss work looking that red with that much champagne and standing that closely. The only things they could be discussing are either illegal or immoral. And frankly, I'm not necessarily here to judge either. It's not my place. I am here to eat these delicious little snacks that are wandering around on the trays and enjoy the fine drink and spectacular views. And I mean, Ian, where I grew up, I know a thing or two about spectacular views. I think being compared to the majesty of my hometown is quite impressive, thank you very much. Rolling hills and the wide glens and so on. It is a stunning place, and I will not have it so maligned. Thank you, it is high praise indeed. I'm glad you appreciate that bit. But no, I mean, it's just been fun. My hands were barely wandering. And trust me, not wandering half as much as they'd like to. Come on, we're like halfway through the evening. We could just sneak off. Who's going to notice you're gone? Everyone here is either deep in conversation with someone else or has had enough to drink that they don't have to be deep in conversation because they're in deep with themselves. I think we all know what that means. I mean, that bloke has been staring at his own reflection in the glass door for at least the last 15 minutes, so... Shall we all wander? Well, come on then, why don't we... Come on, follow me. Because there's nothing wrong with going for a little wander. I mean, I've been here sometimes, but you really should show me your office. Come on. Just down here. And I mean, this is your office here, isn't it? Let's just peek inside. How about that?